Monday night, late as usual. Welcome to Win Anyway Live. And this weekend has been kind of a weird weekend. If you saw my live yesterday, I've been paying attention to Facebook. You know that life has gotten a little bit real, and today it's getting even more real because, what I talked about yesterday, the situation where we had to let go of our pet captain, our dog. Uh, it's an awful thing. It's a terrible thing. But captain, a member of the family, is still a pet, an animal, as opposed to a human. I live in Broomfield, Colorado, which is 20 minutes east of Boulder, Colorado, where the shooting took place on Monday. The shooting took place in my sales territory. I sell advertising for the Boulder Daily Camera, a daily newspaper that still exists and is still widely read by a very loyal community in Boulder and western, the Front Range, northern Front Range. The shooter was from Arvada, which is about 15 minutes south of where I live. I'm kind of right in the middle. I was here just a couple of years when the Aurora shooting happened, and I had just left Colorado when the Columbine shooting happened. I actually lived down in the Littleton area at that time, so I was fairly close to Columbine, but we moved to Utah before that particular event happened. So when you work for a newspaper, you get a lot of news. You read a lot of news, you hear a lot of things, and your entire community at your workplace kind of is in a little bit of a disarray. But the community of my clients was in disarray too, because not only was it in my territory, but literally I had clients just feet away from the King Soopers. They were hearing the shots. They knew the people. They were affected so deeply, so personally, that it's going to be something obviously that stays with them for the rest of their lives. The newspaper immediately went into action. The Boulder Daily Camera is a newspaper that is ingrained in the community. They're 130 years old, and they chose to make an offer to businesses to advertise in today's paper at extremely reasonable rates, and half of what they paid was going to be donated to a community fund that pre-exists. It's already there, and I should know exactly what it is, but I don't. It's a community fund that the camera is a part of, and many other businesses are part of, in terms of making it something that gives back to Boulder and is specifically going to support the victims' families and the businesses affected. So this newspaper, today's newspaper, is full of ads. Let's say things like BoulderStrong. People who are reaching out and trying to help people. Over 20 pages of ads. The biggest paper the Boulder Camera's had on Sunday in a long time, because yes, newspapers are different now than they were 20 years ago when I sold. But the point isn't really how strong newspapers are. The point is how strong the community is. The community supports the camera, but the community supports the community. All these businesses, over 60 businesses, put advertisements into the paper that weren't advertisements. They were messages of unity, messages of support. They weren't full of special offers, next week's sale on a barbecue grill, or how much you can save on an air conditioner. They were, we love you. We stand with you. We support you. We love you. Over 60 businesses made a statement. And there are so many more businesses than that are saying the same things in different ways. Boulder is an amazing community. They are hidden amongst the mountains of Colorado in such a way that when you drive into Boulder, you come up over a hill and then it opens up. It's like this golden city. I suppose golden Colorado would argue with that, but it's a small, tight knit college town, and they take care of each other. And I know there are many other towns like that still exist. It's something that we need to remember as a community worldwide. People still love people. People still care about other people. We have spent years, decades, growing further and further apart, hiding behind keyboards, making comments, becoming politically divided, becoming ideologically divided. And it seems like the only times we come together is during incredible crises like this. And it's good that we come together and that we support each other at times like this. It's important. It's vital. It should also be important that we are there for each other when times are normal, when times are okay, instead of looking at our neighbor and fearing them or disliking them for something they believe, judging them because they aren't like us, and waiting for an event like this for us to actually do something that matters for them if they were affected, or for them to do something for us if we were affected by such an event. Remember that community shouldn't just be during times of trouble, during times of pain. Community should be always. Community should be forever. Because we are human beings. We are not just beliefs. We are not just ideologies. We are not just political factions. We are human beings. And we can care for each other. And we can love each other. And we can support each other. And when we do that, corny as it may sound, we can win anyway. You can win anyway. I can win anyway. Boulder is going to win anyway, the best that they can, as they support each other through this time. See you tomorrow, where hopefully Monday is going to be a bit more upbeat, and we'll get back to some triumph, some victory. But today, there's still some mourning to be done.